These guys got to date someone older and prove age is just a number. Here are 10 romance anime where the older girl falls in love with the boy. Let's go! Number 10, My Tiny Senpai.
でもだいぶ仲良く話してましたよね。
何？もしかして嫉妬？いや、先輩に限ってそんなことは。
If you want a nice summer romance anime where the awkward guy is bullied by his adorable senpai, then this anime is right there to fill the void. Here we have a short and sweet Shiori who always likes to tease his junior team member, Takuma. Is she doing it because she loves teasing, or is it because she has feelings for him? Wait till summer season ends to find out.
私も早川さんとお友達になりたいんですが。
The manga this is based on does a good job mixing in some wholesome vibes along with some good old workplace teasing. Sure, it won't be doing anything innovative. It'll look like an adult Takagi-san adaptation, but hey, we still get the wholesome girl who likes to tease the boy. This also doesn't happen in some stupid high school, so we finally won't be seeing teenagers who can't communicate their feelings. Hey, enough of watching all these anime characters getting their waifus. Why don't you get your own? How? You have a chance with Cherry Tail. Cherry Tail is an adult fairy tale RPG that happens in a world surrounded by monsters where you get to fight these baddies with these hotties. Do you need the Holy Himiko? Little Red Riding Hood with her delicious treats. Ugly Duckling, who is actually the prettiest of them all. Dracula with her very large chest. Or Sukuna? No, not that Sukuna. This one can kill you with fire. Get your own roster of cool waifus, kill waves of monsters, give your waifus their reward, get more waifus, give them their reward, level up, and rule the battlefield like a boss. You can unlock powerful attacks of all these characters, build your own team, fight multifaceted battles, and even have a sensory overload from the fan service. Cherry Tail also puts a nice twist on your favorite fairy tales and even has great visual effects. I mean, look at these attacks! This game is available on PC, iOS, and Android, so there is nothing stopping you from downloading the game using the link below and entering my promo code OTAKUDEN before August 15th in your game profile settings to unlock exclusive in-game prizes. There are also a ton of special events going around at this time of year, so why don't you take a break and go collect some real waifus and kill some demons. Thank you, Cherry Tail, for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to the countdown. Number 9, the caretaker of Sunohara Hall.
廊下はワックスが。大丈夫ですか？大丈夫です。
Here we have a guy who is treated like a girl because he looks feminine. Yep, it's the good old is he a trap or is he not a trap trope in anime hitting us in the face again. Anyways, this guy moves to Tokyo to attend school where he meets Sunohara Ayaki, the kind caretaker of his new home. And turns out this woman is way too kind for her own good.
あっくん、さっきの続きしますか？冗談ですよ。今日はたくさんご飯作らなきゃですね。
If you've watched The Mother of Goddess Dormitory, then this'll feel very familiar. It's a guilty pleasure show that's meant to give nothing but guilty pleasure. But the animation is simple, the music's really good, and if you ignore the caretaker's crazy theatrics, then you'll probably love this show. Number 8, Ra Zephon.
三島、まだ外出ちゃ危ないよ。三島。歌。
ドレム。
This anime got released when you were just an infant. We're back to something older, but we have everyone's favorite mecha battles coming back again. Ra Zephon has a confusing name and a confusing premise, but all you need to know is how there are invaders who plan to attack Japan. Apparently these creatures have blue blood, so it's very easy to recognize them. And fighting these creatures is a mecha warrior.
悪いけど、俺、年上に興味ないんだ。
女に恥かかせちゃダメよ。
A lot of people have been comparing this to Neon Genesis Evangelion, but in truth, Evangelion focuses on psychology and cosmic horror, while this focuses more on character drama and giant mechs killing each other. But in terms of similarities, this also has a ton of symbolism. The good old crazy visuals and a main character with teenage issues. Number 7, We Never Learn.
取り逃がしてしまった。てか、どんだけ苦手なんだこの人。
Turns out these kids actually like to learn, and that's mainly good because of the good old sensei who likes to help them. But what happens when this sensei has a sensei? The teacher is the one who steals the spotlight and beats the rest of the girls with it. Along the way, you also meet the senpai too, but like always, the sensei is better than the senpai.
まだあれがどこに潜んでいるかわからないのよ。何でもするから私を一人にしないで。
なんでも
The main difference between We Never Learn and shows like Quintuplet is how Bokuben focuses more on studying and less on character drama. This also has a very nice ending where you could choose the ending you want. For me, that's much better than picking one girl and then letting the fan base murder each other for another 10 years at least. Number 6, My One-Hit Kill Sister.
マヤ姉の強さは隠して俺が強いってことにしといて。
よくわからんが、わかった。
あとマヤ姉のステータス確認させて。
ステータス？
数値のこと。
仕方ない。
Remember when you got isekai to a fantasy world with your overpowered sister? No? Well, here we meet Ashi, a regular guy who loves fantasy worlds, but after he gets transported to one, he finds his sister in it. Wait a minute, isn't this a good thing? Well, you can't call this good because his sister is what you call an obsessive girl.
多くどもは朝日をチビと罵った。その罪話に値する。
そっちかい。
なんてことだ。
何？
右頬に擦り傷が。
本当？
The main difference between this and another ton of obsessive sister anime is how this sister's OP as hell. No, seriously, she's like the sibling of One Punch Man because she can one punch any monster into space. So if you need the good old OP girl protects boy kind of anime with a little twist here and there, then give this one a go. Number 5, Cafe Terrace and its Goddesses.
家族だと思ってくれって言われたんだよ。うちらは去年からここの喫茶店でバイトしてんだけど、部屋ならたくさん空いてるから。
Normally, management jobs are pretty boring, but will it be boring when you have 5 girls to help you out? Here we have Hayato, a guy who goes to his childhood home after his grandmother's death. This is where he finds 5 girls who all claim to be his grandma's family. Now he has a choice: kick them out and use his grandmother's house, or live with them and manage a cafe while slowly earning the Harem King title. You can guess what happens.
そもそも5人もバイトなんて雇ってるから足が出るんだよ。
なんなのよ、さっきからイライラして。今さら帳簿なんて見て何しようっていうの？
Cafe Terrace and its goddesses don't do anything new, and since most of it's censored, you can't put this in the ecchi department either. But if you want an enjoyable rom-com about a guy who's managing a cafe, then this is the show for you. You can pretty much call it summer season silly love drama. Number 4, Freezing.
ロマにはたくさんの人が殺されてる。お姉ちゃんだって。
Freezing must be called freezing because this girl's glare can make you freeze, and somehow our wimpy main character has the ability to survive it. Now, the main character isn't someone you put in an A tier, but the rest of the show pretty much carries the flaws of having a dumb main character. But during the second season, the show develops a bit of plot apart from the plot it was having all this time.
あなたのお姉さん、青井和葉さんがそうされたように。
It starts off with the usual premise where a grouped resistance force fights against some big aliens who want to conquer the world, and like always, a majority of this resistance group is composed of girls. So this is more about our main character being shoved into a magical school where waifus fight aliens. Surely you won't get that aliens vs predators feeling in this one, but at least you get fan service, action, and more fan service. Number 3, Dusk Maiden of Amnesia.
本当に日直で遅くなったの？実は女の子と遊んでたんでしょ。
嘘じゃないですって。
どうして私の考えてることが分かったんですか？
What if you get a ghost girlfriend? Will you still be scared of ghosts? Dusk Maiden of Amnesia revolves around the myths in Sayuku Private Academy. One of our main characters, Taichi Nia, finds a ghost named Yuko, who is a girl who died in the basement of the old school building. Now joining with her and a couple of Taichi's friends, the group begins to search about the paranormal activities happening in the school.
さっきはこんなところ知らないって言ったけど、もしかしたら来たことがあるかもしれないな。
This won't be giving you any Higurashi vibes, but it can give you some lovey-dovey moments between a ghost and our main character. And don't worry, it doesn't sound so weird once you start watching it. Like I always say, Dusk Maiden of Amnesia is part love story, part mystery, and full-time horror. So if any of those genres are your pick, this show won't disappoint you. Number 2, Summer Storm.
朝9時30分。さっき来た時より15分前よ。嵐たちの先を越す。
Summer Storm is old but gold. Sure, it wasn't as old as Ra Zephon, but it was released during the time people hailed Code Geass as a masterpiece. Here we meet Yasaka Hajime, a guy staying in his grandfather's house during summer vacation. When he enters a local store, he sees this beautiful girl called Arashi who's working there. He befriends her and soon realizes this girl isn't an ordinary girl.
そんなところで幽体エネルギー使わなくても。
Soon our guy Arashi finds a mysterious photograph of an old Arashi. Does this mean he's been dating a granny all this time, or is Arashi some kind of time traveler? If you want some paranormal mysteries with a bit of romance sprinkled on top, then this is the show for you. Number 1, Spice and Wolf.
そりゃほれ、頬がないんじゃ。悠長に噛み砕け。
なるほど。
In Spice and Wolf, you get economics along with a wolf girl. If you hated economics, that's because there wasn't a wolf girl to teach it to you. But all jokes aside, this is an anime that focuses more on trade, the life of a merchant, and the old deities they believed in. You can learn about trade, you can learn about their cultures, and most of the time, the anime doesn't solely rely on the romance of the duo to carry it forward.
確かに商人は時間にうるさい。
時は金なりだ。
面白い言葉じゃ。時は金なりか。
時間があればそれだけ金を稼げるだ。
Spice and Wolf know how to blend the story between a deity and a merchant into this medieval-looking fantasy setting really well. And since they have announced a new anime, this would be the perfect time to go and watch this anime. Just make sure to allocate some time since this Wolf Girls anime can be pretty addictive.